Hey guys, Angel here with the Bullish Bearish team. I am making this video today on paper trading options. So options, we have the definition pulled up here on Investopedia.com, and an options contract is an agreement between two parties to facilitate a potential transaction on the underlying security at a preset price referred to as a strike price prior to the expiration date. The two types of options contracts are put and call options, both of which can be purchased to speculate on the direction of stocks or stock indices or sold to generate income. For stock options, a single contract covers 100 shares of the underlying stock. So in other words, an options contract gives you the right, but not the obligation to buy or sell a stock at a set price within a certain amount of time. Options are wasting assets because they expire. So time works against you if you have purchase options. If you're selling options, then time works in your favor. So there are a lot of different strategies that you can trade options with. You've got just the naked calls and puts. You've got strangles, straddles, spreads, condors, butterflies. Like there's a ton of stuff that you can do with options, and it allows you to make money in any market. So whether the market is up, down, neutral, trading sideways, there is a strategy for you to make money. And that's why options are super popular among traders. And 80% of options expire worthless. So selling options are pretty much more profitable than buying options, because as the seller, you get to take advantage of all the time decay that the money just comes into your account for you, while the person who bought the option loses the money. So for me personally, I really like trading options, and I will trade just straight calls and puts, but I only day trade them because I can get in and out. But in order to trade options, there are a lot of moving parts to it. So that's why we recommend paper trading options. That's why I'm making this video on paper trading options, because there are so many things that make up an options price and profit and loss. So if we head over here in Thinkorswim to the trade tab, you can see that this is an options chain, and I can see, or up here I have volume, open interest, implied volatility. Let me just open, and like the bid ask spread, you can actually go in here to the layout and you can customize it. So you can add things like intrinsic value, delta, gamma, the Greeks, theta, like time decay, vega. So you can add all of those to your options contract so that you can see how much money that you would make. So I've got Apple pulled up, and you can see that it is heading downwards right now. We'll have to just wait and see what happens. But if I was going to buy just a straight call or put and I had no idea what I was doing, but I knew that options have the potential to make you a lot of money, because one contract controls 100 shares. So if I wanted to buy 100 shares of Apple right now, trading at $173.73, you multiply that by 100, I think that's like 17,300 something, as opposed to, let's say I was just going to get rid of it today. I would be paying 37 cents if I was going to buy a call, or $45. Well, it would be $45 or 44 now. So let's say I want to buy just one contract of Apple. I'm buying the put side because it looks like it is going down to me. Oh, hello. So you can confirm, and you can see here you've got your max profit of $17,205. Your max loss is going to be $45. You have until March 1st for this to expire. So that is going to be tomorrow, because today is the last day in February. So I would only be losing $45 on this trade if it went against me, because I'm only buying one contract. But I have the potential to make $17,205. Now, that's not going to happen just today. However, it's nice to see like the max profit and the max loss of this. And we can, I don't know if I Oh, I saved it. I didn't actually buy it. Okay, so then you can head over here and you have all of these different strategies that you can do. And the reason why we recommend paper trading options or paper trading in general is because you can work out the kinks. You can see how this works. And let me just go over here and see. It looks like it's going down. It's not oversold yet. So let's say I decided that I am going to buy this, and I'm only going to buy one. And I have the potential to make $17,206. I need the stock to go to 172.06 to break even. So we'll just send, and we just bought an Apple put. You can head over here to monitor, and you can see I'm losing 50 cents on the trade so far. Oh, and now I'm up 50 cents. So as the stock fluctuates, it's not going to be like just trading a stock because there's so many moving parts to it. There is the Greeks. So the Greeks are really, really important. They sound hard, especially if you're just looking at them, but it's actually not that hard when you just take some time to practice. And so time would probably not be in my favor. Let me just add. So I added the Greeks to this, and you can see this options contract that I purchased, I'm going to lose 19 cents a day per contract. So that's 19 times 100, so that would be $190, I think. I'm not really good with math right off the top of my head. It's either going to be $190 or $19. I think it would be $19 that I would lose every day that this contract is in play. So we can head over here. I'm up $3.50. So the goal, if you're new in your paper trading options, would be to make enough money to cover your commission fee. That way you can break even. You don't want to be going and trying to just hit it out of the park each and every time, especially with options. When you get into day trading options is one thing. When you get into swing trading options, that's when time decay and all of that comes into play because you're obviously holding overnight. You hold overnight, you're going to lose money. And that's fine because if the stock moves, I like to trade stocks that have large moves. And you can see I went from a $3.50 profit to now it's down to 50 cents. And that's just this moving just even a little bit. So options are sensitive to price movement because of the Greeks. And that's what makes you a lot of money. That's what makes you, or that's what takes away all your profits. So if I saw that this was heading back up and I'm like, oh boy, I don't want to lose any more money, I can come over here and I can't even see this. I can create a closing order and I'm going to sell. And I just sold. And I broke even on that price or on that trade. I didn't lose any money. I didn't make any money. And we just recommend paper trading options because of all the moving parts. And this is just something really simple that I'm talking about. That's just calls and puts. And I could keep going and going and going and showing you all these examples, but I don't want to make this video like 5 hours long. So open up a paper trading account. We recommend Thinkorswim because their charting and everything is just bar none. They're excellent and they have great customer service. There are other simulated accounts out there. I only use Thinkorswim just because I'm super comfortable with it. I really like it, but I know Interactive Brokers has paper trading and they have options as well. So you can do some research on the different brokers that allow paper trading, or you can just trade with, when you use real money, any broker you want, but you can practice with somebody like Thinkorswim to learn how to practice and what makes up options contracts. And because you're going to want to look at patterns. With spreads, you don't have to be so directionally secure and correct because you have a little bit of leeway because it's a spread. You have a certain amount of room to be right or wrong. But when you're trading just straight naked calls and puts, you have to be 100% right on a direction or you're going to lose everything. And that's why we recommend paper trading options. I know I sound like a broken record. She keeps saying paper trading options, but it's so important to place hundreds of practice trades with options because they're not as simple as stocks, but I love them. When I first started out, I hated them because I didn't understand options and it was the first thing I traded. I had no clue about time decay and all the Greeks, none of that. Intrinsic value, implied volatility, knew none of that. But I just saw that I could get a lot of shares, like I control a lot of shares without a lot of money. And I ended up losing my entire trade. I didn't make any money. I held the trade for almost 2 years and it went against me almost that entire time. When I was up, I didn't take my profits because I was greedy. I was new and I was listening to a stock pumper who kept saying that gold was going to the moon. Gold was going to the moon. Just hold on, hold on. I had a $300 profit. If I had just cashed it out, I would have made $300. Instead, I ended up losing almost 6 grand. So that's a lot of money. And I have learned a lot since then. I have built my account back up and I have learned the proper way to trade options. Like I'm not going to hold a naked call or put overnight anymore unless I am 120% sure that it's going to go the way I want it to. I will day trade them because I can make a quick 300 or 400, sometimes even $500 a trade just day trading them. But spreads and things like that are super great to swing trade. And I know that we're going to be getting more into options trading and all of the different strategies here with the Bullish Bears, but you have to paper trade. Paper trading options is going to show you how this works. If I had paper traded my first trade instead of just placing it and believing this person who came across as super knowledgeable, like they knew exactly what was going on, then I wouldn't have lost all that money. But I'm actually glad I did. It taught me a hard lesson, and you truly have to do your due diligence and don't ever listen to anyone who tells you a stock is going to the moon because they're wrong unless the chart says so. And nothing about that chart at the time would have told me that gold was going to just shoot up to $1 million. But this person still believes that gold is the future. And if I had just taken my profits, don't be greedy, take your profits. You never go broke taking a profit. But if I had just practiced, then I would have learned what time decay did, how delta and gamma and vega, how they affect your profit and loss. So trust me when I say paper trade options. It's really smart to do. You learn how everything works. And you'll see in my blog post when I talk about working out the kinks and whatnot, that's so true. Because I had no clue what options entailed, none. And I had no business placing that trade. I didn't know that, and I don't regret it because I learned a hard lesson and it has made me a much more successful trader, and I'm at where I am today because of that crushing loss I took. And I used it with my 401k, and luckily my 401k gave me enough of a cushion to not feel that loss as badly, but who wants to lose almost 6 grand? Nobody. So if you are not a member yet, head over here to thebullishbears.com and you can subscribe over here. Now I'm going to tell you, when I first started out and I placed this trade, I did not take any of these courses. I didn't know anything about trading. And so I didn't even want to trade after I took that loss. I was like, forget this. This stinks. I hate it. But I decided to just buckle down. I took all their courses, which over here you can sign up to, and their courses are free. All you do is get a login. So you just put in your name and your email. You get a login and a password, and you can take all of their courses, which they have their options and the candlesticks. And so you learn patterns Oop, I didn't mean to click that. So patterns and all of that, support and resist, is super important. You have to learn that. So you can sign up for the free courses, or you can subscribe and become a member, and then you get access to the trade rooms, to their advanced option strategies and day trading options and condors and butterflies and spreads and all of that. And you can do, my favorite one is the deluxe, because it's $300 a year, so it's $25 a month. That's less than $1 a day. You spend more than that at Starbucks or on food at the grocery store. Like the new flaming hot Doritos, that's like my jam right now. I can't get enough of them. Like I can go spend $4.25 a pop just getting that, when instead of investing in myself. But I invested in myself, and now I am making these videos for you. I went from somebody who lost a lot of money placing an options trade because I didn't paper trade and learn that, to making money trading and teaching you guys about what I learned. So I am a living testimonial that this Bullish Bearish program works. And if you are willing to put in the work, I know a lot of people want to just follow someone in and out of trades. I did that. I lost a lot of money. Don't do that. Learn how to trade for yourself, because when you take the time, and it takes time, it's not instantaneous, and a lot of people want instantaneous. They don't want to take the time because it's going to kick your butt. That's just the bottom line, but it's worth it in the end. You gain a skill that you can grow your retirement account. You can have a vacation fund. Like you can trade and use that for anything that you want. Like there's unlimited potential with trading. There's unlimited potential. So if you're willing to put in the work and the effort, then sign up. And you can't just do it for a week or two and be like, oh, this isn't for me. You have to literally be willing to put in the time. I've noticed a lot of people aren't willing to put in the time. If they're not making money within a week or two, they just, this service isn't for me. I want my money back. And if that's the way that you go about it, then this might sound harsh, but you're never going to be good at it. You have to be willing to invest in yourself to be a good trader. And that's the bottom line. So paper trade options, I hope you all like this video. And if you do, like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. We do have social media, so you can check us out. You can see over here we got Facebook, we've got Twitter, I know we've got Instagram. So check us out. Become a member. You won't regret it, because I don't. And I hope you all enjoy, and I'll see y'all later.